In Georgie and Mandy, one of the most emotionally striking developments this season isn't centered on Georgie's marriage or Mandy's ambitions. It's Mary. And audiences are starting to notice that she doesn't just seem stressed or overwhelmed, she seems lost in grief. Mary has always been the emotional backbone of the Cooper family. Structured, deeply religious, protective to a fault. She believed in order, in purpose, in doing things the right way. Even when the family was chaotic, Mary felt steady. But this season, that steadiness is gone. There's a heaviness to her presence, a quiet distance, and the show subtly lets us sit in it. What makes this portrayal powerful is that the grief isn't loud. It's not dramatic breakdowns every episode. It's subtle. It's in her silences. It's in the way she seems disconnected during conversations. It's in how she struggles to find the same certainty in her faith that once guided her. The writers aren't turning her pain into spectacle, they're showing how grief actually works. It lingers. It isolates. It reshapes you slowly. You can see it most clearly in her interactions with Georgie. There's a shift. She's not just concerned about his life choices anymore. She feels almost untethered, like she's unsure of her role in his adulthood. Grief doesn't just come from loss, it also comes from change. From watching your children build lives that don't fully revolve around you anymore. From realizing control is slipping away. Mary's faith is another layer that makes this arc so complex. For years, her belief system gave her clarity. It helped her interpret everything that happened around her. But now, that clarity feels shaken. The confidence she once had when quoting scripture or offering guidance feels less certain. And that uncertainty is hard to watch, because Mary's identity has always been rooted in faith. The show also doesn't rush to fix her. That's important. Sitcoms often soften heavy themes with quick emotional resets. But here the weight stays. There's no neat resolution. No simple lesson learned. Mary's grief lingers across episodes, and that realism makes it hit harder. Another powerful element is how isolated she feels. Even in scenes where she's surrounded by family, she feels emotionally alone. That's one of the most accurate portrayals of grief. It can exist in a crowded room. It can make someone feel disconnected even when love is present. And audiences are picking up on that subtle loneliness. What makes this especially impactful is that Mary isn't portrayed as weak. She's human. She's a mother navigating loss, change, and uncertainty all at once. And sometimes that means she's distant. Sometimes it means she's short-tempered. Sometimes it means she retreats inward. The show doesn't judge her for it. It simply observes it. This arc also reframes how we see her past strictness. In earlier seasons, her controlling tendencies were often played for humor or mild frustration. Now, those tendencies feel like coping mechanisms. Structure was her safety net. Faith was her anchor. And without full control over her family's direction anymore, that anchor feels unstable. Audiences are responding strongly because this feels real. It's not exaggerated for drama. It's quiet, heavy, and uncomfortable, just like real grief. And in a show that balances comedy with heart, choosing to lean into this emotional depth is a bold move. By showing Mary in this vulnerable state, the series expands beyond being just a family comedy. It becomes a story about transition, about parents letting go, about identity shifts, about how loss doesn't just change circumstances, it changes people. The most heartbreaking part? Mary may not even fully recognize how deep she's sinking. Grief can disguise itself as exhaustion, as frustration, as distance. And the show captures that nuance beautifully. In under 5 minutes of screen time per episode, Mary's arc manages to carry enormous emotional weight. It's subtle, layered, and painfully honest. And whether viewers realize it consciously or not, they feel it. Mary isn't just struggling. She's grieving the past, grieving control, grieving certainty. And watching her navigate that space might be one of the most mature storytelling choices the show has made. Because sometimes the most powerful character development isn't loud. It's quiet. It's heavy. And it stays with you long after the episode ends.